Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me, Alicia, if this is your first time here, and if not, welcome back. All right, so really quickly, my fedora is my own. This is actually the linen fedora. It's not back yet. It should be back by the beginning of March. I like to bring it back in like the spring, summer, so look forward to that. The jewelry is, of course, my collection. These, I'm hoping it's out by now. Actually, I'm gonna make sure as I'm editing this that it's out. So I'll make sure to put the names of the necklace, which I'm obsessed with this necklace. We had one previously, the Fika, that you guys sold out. I had to end up restocking it, and so I was able to find this one too, and I'm like, the girls are gonna be mad I found another one, but I'll make sure this one is up. Earrings, of course, are the collection. I have on no rings today. I don't know what that's about. Fitbit, I'll link the Versa 2, although I will have to say that I'm getting some performance issues with the Versa 2, and I'm probably going to get the Versa 3. The only good thing about it is that the 3 and the 2 have the same type of watch band, so I'll just have to get a new Fitbit, but the band I'll still be able to wear, so I'll link that. This is just a sweater dress that I got from Hennes and Maritz, aka H&M. It's actually a dress that I've just been lounging around the day in and wanted to get cute for the video, so that's why I jazzed it up with a little bit of a hat and some jewelry. Is that it? Yes. Okay, let's get into the video. All right, so as I was saying before, I have a luxury wish list, but if you watched, I don't think I had one last year because I had a lot going on last year. I was pregnant, trying to find a house. There was a lot going on last year. But I did one in 2021, and it's still luxury, so it's still giving some luxury things, but for me, I think luxury is relative. I think that if a Coach is on your luxury wish list, then let it be on your wish list. I don't think that you have to have Louis, Gucci, Prada, Chanel to have a luxury wish list. Mine is different. Mine is very unorthodox. I have some luxury labels, but then I have some stuff that's like, oh, that costs a lot of money. So figured I'd give you guys my luxury wish list. It's in no order. I just have it written in my phone as I was going through some stuff, and I'm like, I really want it, but it's a little expensive. So we're gonna go through, talk about the items. I have about 9 or 10, probably more so 9, because the 10th one I was like, do I really want it, or do I just want it because I see people with it? So I'm not even gonna give you that one. So there's about 9. So I'm gonna go through, kind of give you the reasons why I want them, and then the price point. So let's get into it. All right, really quickly, I had to switch. So here's the thing. Totally unrelated to the video, but I was recording on my Canon G7X, right? But it kept going out of focus, and what I realized is that that is not the best camera when you don't have a lot of light. And while there's a ton of natural light in here, it's very gloomy outside, so I've switched to my phone, so hopefully that helps. So anyway, let's just get started. Like I said, I'm going in no particular order. We have the Nama juicer, and I'll try to pop up a picture. Maybe it's better on this side. Pop up a picture. So first we have the Nama juicer. Let me tell you why I want this juicer. First of all, this juicer is $599 United States dollars. I want the cold press juicer. I think they have one that's like $3.99, but I want the one that's cold press. And cold press basically means it presses it out cold. Cold press juicer. So the reason why I want this juicer, I have been juicing once a week. So I realized that I want, like to mindlessly snack, especially when I'm doing a lot of stuff and I'm on the computer and I'm editing. Like I'm switched between like editing mode to working on the business to working on my 9 to 5, and I'm literally sitting at my computer for like hours. I just want to snack on something. And so I realized that that's not great for me at all to be mindlessly snacking. That's one. 2, I find myself like after every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, anything, I find myself wanting something sweet. Like my sweet tooth has just gotten, I feel like it wasn't as bad as it was when I was pregnant, but now that I'm not pregnant anymore, I'm like, my sweet tooth is like ridiculous. So I have been juicing once a week for 24 hours just for the day, just to kind of basically realign my body and the goals that I have for myself. And so I am spending about, I mean, if the juices are on sale, they're great, but I'm doing anywhere between 6 to 7 juices. Okay, at the lowest point, I'm paying like $4. So that's 28, basically $30. At the highest end, I'm paying like $6 per juice. So you're looking at like $42, $45. So over the span of a month, right, you're looking at about $180 on the high end that I'm using to juice. And so I figure that if I get this juicer, right, that will cut off a lot of what I'm doing. Then I'm just basically buying fruits and vegetables. So that is why it is on my luxury wish list. However, I need to be committed. It's only January. I'm pretty sure by the time you guys are watching it's February, but it's only January. So I have successfully juiced every day, or not every day, every week, at least once a day. I told myself if you do it for January, February, and mid-March, that we can talk about maybe getting it at the end of March, hoping that it's on sale. Although I've seen no sales. There's been no sales. It's $600. I reached out to my manager. I was like, if you can manage to put me on their PR list, I would greatly appreciate it. I would rather not have to pay $600 for this. But if I stick to it, then I am, because in the long run it definitely will pay for itself. I don't want to wait until I get to like June or July, because at that point I've spent almost $700 to $800 on juices. I might as well get it earlier. So that's why it is on my wish list, but I have stipulations as to why I can get it. And if you've seen my other wish list, I might put it up here in the cards. If you've seen my other wish list, you know that I just don't randomly have stuff on the list. I kind of have to do some things in order for it to get put on the list. So that's one of them, is a Nama, I hope I'm saying it right, a Nama juicer. Next one is these Fendi slides. And I already have a pair of like Birkenstock style Fendi slides, and they're so comfortable. They're kind of like the Bom Dia mules that Louis Vuitton has. I'll pop up. Hopefully I'm popping up some, examples so you guys can see. And I'm sitting on TikTok November. I feel like when I first started TikTok, October, November. I haven't been on TikTok that long. And I saw a girl with them, and I'm like, are those Fendi? Those are cute. They're like the dad type sandal, but I like these because there's a strap around them. And while I love my slide ins, I realize that I can't really wear those like all day, or if me and William are traveling and we know we're going to be walking around the city all day, I can't really wear the slide ins, because at some point I get tired of having to put that extra oomph into keeping the shoe on my foot. And so I like that these have a back on it. Now, before you already say anything, I'm already planning on getting them. I put them on my wish list as soon as I saw them in October, and to be honest with you, I was going to buy them in October. However, I said, you know what, Alicia, you're planning on going to London for your husband's birthday, let's just wait. And so I've decided to wait, because here in the United States, they are $870. If I wait and buy them over there, they're 680 pounds. So off the rip, they're going to be cheaper. Also, what you don't realize is that 680 pounds that's included in it's either going to be 10 to 20% VAT, which is the value added tax you get back. So I'm going to be saving like $300 or $400 if I wait and get them over there. So I'm going to be getting them when I go to London next week. I think by the time are you guys seeing this? When is the schedule to come out? Sunday? Yes. I'm leaving for London on Friday. So I plan on getting them whenever I go to London. It was I only have 2 things that are on my you must get list when I go overseas. This is definitely one of them. I'm getting them when I go because I'm obsessed. So yeah, the Fendi, I can't remember the name of the slides, but hopefully I'm putting up a picture here. There's the Fendi slides. While we're already on the things I'm going to get while I'm in London, I told you guys there's going to be 2 things. So it's going to be Fendi, and it's going to be this moon bag from Louis Vuitton. If I can name a favorite luxury brand, and I think the reason why I love Louis Vuitton is because it has stood the test of time for all the other brands that have come and gone, or come and lost their value, and come and you're like, and come and the trends fade, and come and the styles don't last. Like, I feel like Louis Vuitton is one of those designers that's always going to be classic and timeless. That's just 2 words that I think of when I think of Louis Vuitton. And so I saw this moon bag, and I'm supposed to be minding my business at the airport, minding my whole business at the airport. And I see this and I'm like, well, putting it on the cart. It was in September when I like jumped to San Francisco really quickly for the book club. I was minding my business at the San Francisco airport, looking at a magazine, and turn the page, and what do I see? this bag and I'm obsessed. So the reason why I'm going to get it over there is because, prime example, and if you don't know the prices over there, you can just Google, like I literally Google Louis Vuitton UK, and you can put in and it'll say select shipping country. So you scroll all the way down and you find the United Kingdom and it shows the prices over there. So if you're wondering how I know the prices, that's how I know. Now, I don't know the exact amount of the value-added tax that are going to be included in the price, but I know it's at least going to be 10%, and at max it's going to be 20%. So that's what I'm basing my numbers off of. So here in the United States, the Loop Hobo bag is $2,780 US. If I wait and get it over there, it's 1,900 pounds. Even if it's just 10% tax, it's another $200 off. Hello. Hello. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm almost saving $1,000 if I wait and get it over there. So yeah, that's the other one that I think I love it because it has the vintage, like the classic on one side, and then like their newer designs on the other side, or their newer color wave on the other side. It's just a good moon / hobo bag. And I really have been seeing a lot of moon bags, and this is one of the ones that I want. The second one we're about to get to. So, the second moon bag that I want, and the reason why I want this is because I have a Poland bag, and I'll maybe pop it up here, that I love, but I still am looking for a classic. I want a nice variety of black bags, because if you can tell, my wardrobe is very neutrals. I'll occasionally pop in a blue, you'll see a green, but for the most part, I really like to jazz up neutrals, and so I don't want to have to wear the same black bag with every outfit. So I've been trying to find more classic black bags that I can put in my arsenal that aren't a ton of money. I really want a black Chanel bag, but at this point in my life, I don't see myself paying $5,000 to $6,000 for a Chanel bag. I just don't. And I regret it, because I had the opportunity to buy a Chanel bag when we went to Paris years ago, back when it wasn't COVID, and so you didn't have this big increase in price. I should have did it when I went over there. And I blame myself. Because now, unless God is gonna rain down manna, aka money from heaven, and put $5 extra grand in my pocket, I don't see myself paying that much money for a Chanel bag. It's classic, it's timeless, it's expensive. So I'm trying to find other different brands that I can use to fill in my wanting of a bag. And this one is a black numero DIX. I don't know how to say that. Dix. Whoa, that's a lot. DIX bag from Poland, and it's pop up a picture here. It's relatively, for me, it's kind of inexpensive, or it's about the price that I normally pay for a contemporary bag, $360. I think the reason why I love Poland is because they're relatively new here in the States, but the quality of their bags is just stellar. And I think what made it even more like confirmation that their bags are good. You've seen on TikTok, it's the guy who basically rips apart bags and says, okay, well, this is how much the quality of the leather, this is how much the goods were. So basically he tells you whether or not the price of the bag is worth the quality of the bag. And he said Poland is one of the few companies where the quality of the bag and the quality of the parts that they use to make the bag is well worth the money. So I've been trying to find another Poland bag that I want to include in my collection, and this was one that kind of really stood out. I don't like it that it's like a pre-order. Like when I went in, I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy because I want it. It's like a pre-order for like February the 20-something. I don't like pre-orders. I don't like a pre-order, and especially like that far in advance. Like I was gonna get this bag back in January 1 or January 2. This bag wasn't going to ship until the end of February. Now, if you're talking about a couple weeks, okay, fine. But almost 2 months? So I'm going to wait until it comes out and I can physically see it on someone before I determine whether or not I definitely want it or I need to look somewhere else for like a classic black moon bag. But that is definitely like a piece that I'm missing in my closet, is a black moon bag. And I thought of them when I was making my wish list. So okay, which one? Let's just go with this one. A little unorthodox. Like I said, guys, my wish list is very weird, but I think it's one of those, I don't know, I think this is it's luxury for me. So next in my list is I want to get my floors restained on the bottom floor, and I'll pop up a video here. When we first saw this house, I fell in love with this house. I was like 99.9% obsessed with this house. The 0.01 that I didn't like was the color of the flooring on their main floor. I think it's like a traditional flooring color, which I thought was so weird considering the person that built this house definitely built it a very modern house. And so I didn't understand why it's very modern outside, it's very modern inside, everywhere else, but the flooring is like, ugh. And I wanted to get the flooring done when we first, like before we moved in. Things happened, stuff happened, and we were just like, okay, let's just get in the house. And now that we're in the house, I went ahead and got the quote. So it's not cheap, but what the guy was saying, because they have to move a bunch of stuff around, they would like it if we weren't physically in the house for about a week. That way they can move stuff around, get in and out of the house, dust, all that kind of stuff, and we're not having to basically live in a mini construction zone. And so it's going to take a little bit more planning in order to get that done, but I really want that done this year. I really do. And I kind of wanted it done last year, like I said, last year. So we moved in, but we really did not have a week when we weren't going to be here. I was going to appointments all the time. It was a lot. We were trying to move in, get comfortable, get settled, get the nursery set up. So last year just was not a good time. So I'm hoping that we can find a week when we're not going to be here, that we can have the floors come in, because I really, really, really want them done. And I think it will just set off the modern vibe that I'm trying to give to perfection. So this was the color of the floors right now, and this is the color that I want the floor. See, right? Big difference. That's what I want. That's what I want. I already told William that's what I want. The second thing, which is the next one up on my luxury wish list, is, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you guys a ton of video, maybe I'll just give you one example, but downstairs in our living areas, we have a lot of windows and a lot of doors that lead to a lot of outdoor living space. And even though we are backed up to absolutely nobody, and it's just woods around, I don't like the fact that in a lot of areas of our house you can see straight through, because I don't have blinds or curtains. So I don't like that. So the what do you call it? Not the backup, but I don't know what it is, but since I've had Alexander, words have been leaving my vocabulary. Like dictionary, she is not. But the substitute, I guess, whatever. The substitute, instead of getting curtains and blinds, has been to tint the windows. And I didn't even know this was possible. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't think this was possible. And so I want to get the windows tinted to where I can see looking out, like it just looks like a normal window, but coming in you can't see it. And it's, like I said, it's a tinted window. I can't decide if I want to do like a little mirror tint or a version of a black tint, because the black would kind of match the black and white that we have going on the outside. I don't really know which color I want to do, which is why it's still in the planning phases right now, but I'm definitely going to get that done probably before the beginning of the summer, just because it also will help keep the house cool, because now you have tint on the windows. So definitely want to get that done. Went ahead and got quotes. The good thing about these two items is that I don't have to do them all by myself, because I go half and half with William, so it's not as expensive for me to come out of the pocket. It's like a partner thing. So definitely looking to get probably the flooring done. It'll probably be in the fall when we take our anniversary trip, which is on my wish list. Give me a second. And that'll be like a week when we can be away and they can come in and do whatever they need to do. And as far as the window tinting, they're not really having to be inside the house, so that's definitely going to be before, like I said, before the spring summer. I'm thinking before April 1. That way you have done for the summer, be able to help with the cost of cooling the house. Yeah. Speaking of anniversary trip, next up on my luxury wish list is, so if you guys haven't realized it, I don't think I've told you, this will be me and William's 10th anniversary. I know. I've been with that ball and chain for 10 years. No, but seriously, so we'll be celebrating our 10th year anniversary in September. And way back when we were broke in a townhouse struggling to pay our electric bill, right? We had talked about, we had always wanted to go to the Maldives for our 10-year anniversary. And we were just like, okay, we're just going to put it in, you know, God willing. And so when I thought about it this year, I was like, oh, I know we said we wanted to go to the Maldives this year. So it's on my wish list. In case you haven't realized it, the Maldives is expensive, okay? I know the TikTokers and the girls are out there and they're just like, on the overwater villas and they're having the time of their life. And in my head, I'm like, God, y'all spent a lot of money to get over there. A lot of money. But it's 10 years, so I'm hoping we can make it happen. I have a couple of different hotels that I have bookmarked just based on what I've seen on social media of places that people have gone, all-inclusive spots, places that also include like sea transportation. So not only do you have to fly into, I don't know where you gotta fly. I haven't even dealt out the details. You gotta fly into somewhere, then you gotta fly into somewhere smaller, and then you gotta take a boat to go from that somewhere smaller over to your hotel. It's just a lot. It's a lot of logistics, and I handle the logistics for our trips. That's how we all have our roles. I handle the logistics of getting there back and forth, and then William handles what we do while we're there. Like, so he does the actual while we're there, and I just am responsible for getting us there and bringing us home. It's a lot of logistics, so I definitely want to do it, but it's just going to depend on the price. We might be, I think for him, he just wants to stay in an overwater bungalow. So if I get to calculating and the Maldives is just way too expensive, because what I'm not about to do is pay 10 grand for a trip. I just can't. My mind can't comprehend paying that much money for a trip. So once I start doing the logistics and adding up the numbers, if it gets too expensive, there are a couple of places. I know there's something in Jamaica. There's one in like one of the islands in Mexico. There are some spots that have overwater bungalows. And I think that would be like a good substitute, since if we're not able to pay like that much money to go to the Maldives for our 10-year anniversary. It's 10 years, we'll push it to 15 or push it to 20, but I know how much I want to pay for the trip, and if it becomes to be way too expensive, then I'll look at other options. But it is on my wish list. It's actually the only trip that's on, well, it's not the only trip that we're taking, but it's the only trip on my wish list because I know how expensive it can get. Okay, moving right along. Okay, just two more things. So I guess I only have 9. Yeah, 2 more things. Next one up is I want some new luggage. I have had, now don't get me wrong, the luggage that I have it's been great. It's gotten me through a lot of trips, but I am ready for some new updated luggage. I would like the Bays luggage. So they have like a 29-inch and then the 21-inch. I guess I haven't been in the market for luggage because I was about to, so like I said, we're going to London next Friday. If you guys are watching this on Sunday. We're going to London on Friday, and I'm like, I want to get like a weekender bag because I've heard a lot of things about luggage at Heathrow Airport. So on top of me getting like air tags to make sure that I'm tracking my luggage, I kind of want to get a little, like I'm going to have a carry-on, and then I kind of want to get a little weekenders just so that if my big luggage gets misplaced, there probably isn't going to be a lot of stuff in that luggage anyway, because I fully intend, like I'm not going to do a lot of luxury shopping, but the stores that I love to shop at, Zara, Bershka, Pull&Bear, Stradivarius, I fully plan on shopping a ton while I'm there, which is why I probably have done little to no shopping this month or for the month of December. I'm saving all my coins for over there, especially now that the euro is the same as the dollar. Hello. Duh. Anyway, So I got on there. I was like, I kind of want to get a little cute weekender. So I was like, we just got my niece a cute weekender, and then we got her a carry-on for Christmas because she's doing a lot of like traveling. I was like, I'll log on and get me a little weekender. That way I'll have it in case my luggage is missing and I need to put a couple of outfits in there. Tell me why that weekender bag was like $100 something. And I was like, is this the price of luggage? Then I started really looking at luggage because it was on my wish list. I was like, okay, Bays or Monos travel. Really Bays, because I've seen, if you've been on TikTok for any amount of time, you've seen, I can't remember the name, but the creator of Bays, she is showing a luggage and is showing you like how to tell if your bag is over the limit. I was like, great, that's a great indicator. And I don't have to worry about having a scale or anything. So that's where I was really going. I hadn't priced it or anything, but I was like, when I'm in the market for luggage this year, I'm going to get a Bays set. I went online. I was like, well, if the weekender is $100, what's the price of the regular one? And I quote, the regular, like the travel size carry-on is $200. Okay. I want it in gray. Okay. The larger check-in, the 29-inch is $298, $300. So I'm looking at $500 for the set. By the way, I did not get the weekender from Bays. I went over to Amazon and got a cute one for like $40. I'll link below if you guys want it. And it looks to be doing the same thing. So the point is that I'm looking for new luggage, and I did not think that new luggage would cost me $500 or $600. Because the luggage set that I got from Target, I got the rose gold from Target set. I want to say I may have paid $200 for both of them. So yeah, I was unaware that luggage cost this much. And now I'm debating, do I really need luggage? I mean, I have it on my list, but I'm like, ooh, luggage is expensive. So new luggage is on my list. I definitely want to get the base set. Monos is definitely a lot more expensive, but I feel I've been hearing a lot of it being able to like stand the test of time, like years after years after years. Like there's one influencer that I follow on Instagram. She said she's had her Monos travel set for 7 years. And I've had my Target set for a while, but I know it has not been 7 years. And she travels like a lot, like a lot. She stayed on somebody's airplane or in somebody's Delta lounge. So her luggage has been with her through thick and thin. So that's why I would really like a Monos. I haven't really seen a lot of wears and wear and tear with Bays. I just like the luggage weight indicator. So anyway, new luggage. All right, and then last but not least, certainly not least, I want to probably save the best for last. Actually, I know I did, just because there's my love of coffee, and it is, sorry, I need a little matcha. Also, for those that are wondering about my matcha recipe, grande iced vanilla latte, no, grande iced matcha latte with oat milk and sugar-free vanilla. Anyway, so yeah, my last one is probably my favorite, and it is an espresso machine. I want it. I have an espresso, which does make espresso, but I want to be able to make my own espresso from my coffee grounds that I can grind up myself, because I already have a coffee grinder, because I bought it a couple of years ago back when I got some coffee beans from Cuba, and I wanted to make my own. Like, that's for when I normally don't use those coffee beans a lot, because they're not kidding when they tell you that these Cuban coffee will have you up. And I'm someone, I can drink coffee and go to sleep. Like, depending on what's in the coffee, I can drink a cold brew and go right to sleep. Espresso, not so much. Cuban coffee, you're not going to sleep. That's one of those where it's like, I didn't get a lot of sleep, but I need to be functioning throughout the day. I'll grind up some of those Cuban beans and make like a French press coffee. And when I tell you, this is me all day, but I'm alert and I'm attentive. So the point is, I want to be able to make my own espresso. I don't want the machine to make it for me. I want to be able to like grind it up and put it in the little espresso thing and push it down and put it up to the machine and do this and press it. I want it. That's what I want. The one that I want, there's actually two different ones that I'm looking at. There is one by Breville. They have it at Williams Sonoma. That's $500. And then they have the Cafe Bellissimo. it's a semi-automatic. So I need to look and see that one, because if it's, I don't know, we'll see. That one is $679. So looking at about $500 to $600 for an espresso machine, but I want it. It's on my wish list, but I haven't came up with, you have to do this in order to do this. I was going to say you have to limit your Starbucks to X number of visits a week in order to get it, and you have to do that for so many weeks. I just don't know what that number is going to be, because right now I don't really go to Starbucks that often, because there's not really a Starbucks that I drive by to get to all the different places that I need to go to. The mailbox or the post office, the chiropractor appointment, the dentist appointments, going to see sisters. I don't really pass a Starbucks that is on my side. Now, I'll pass the Starbucks on the left, but I'm not crossing over traffic to get to Starbucks. I don't want it that bad. So I now need to come up with a different reward as to, you can get this, but you have to do this. It's still on my list though. I just don't know what I have to do in order to get it. So yeah, that's the last one. And I don't even know how to work an espresso machine, but I know I want it. All right, so guys, that is the end of this I wouldn't say unorthodox, I would just say very different, right? Luxury wish list. You had a little bit of luxury, standard luxury items, then you had a little bit of something extra. And I think that for me, like I said at the beginning of the video, for me, a luxury item is anything that I just can't go out and get today or go out and get next month. I actually have to save. I have to be very intentional with what I'm doing in order to be able to accomplish said item on the wish list. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I can link the Poland bag. Whatever I can link, I will link for you guys. Like I said, I'll definitely link everything that I have going on here. Like I said, the hat, I'm not gonna go live until March, but I'll link the jewelry, I'll link the earrings, I'll link the Fitbit. You guys are probably gonna ask about my case. I'll link my phone case. I don't know if H&M still has this in stock, but if so, I'll link it. I don't know what I have on my lip. It's residual from this morning, and it's 4:20, so I don't know what's on my lip. I'll find out and link it below. I think it's like something, and I'm using the Morphe Freebird gloss. It's been like my go-to gloss lately. What else? I think that's it. As always, I'm just gonna do a rolling. I'll always link my nails. These are pressies that I got for Christmas. Just a note that they do not come sealed, so you'll want to put a clear coat on them to prevent them from getting like stained. So I'll make sure that I link those as well. Is that it? Yes. If you have made it this far in the video, guys, if you have not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. Also click the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from me. Like I said, I am going to London this Friday. I will be gone for a week. I will have a couple of London vlogs. I will have what I'm packing for London. I will have what I bought while I'm in London. Is that all? London vlog? Yes. But if there's anything specific that you want from me in regards to like London and traveling, please feel free to put it in the comment section, and I'll try to address it in one of those 3 videos. So like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that the other YouTubers tell you to do, and I'm gonna catch you guys Thursday, 7 o'clock. Later.